If you've ever considered how much Tesla stock you need today to retire and start enjoying life if you're watching the right video, because that is precisely what we will cover today. Keep watching and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel. So let's get this video going. Let's find out how many Teslas you need to retire off of by 2030. Full stop driving will likely cost $28 if it costs $8,000 in 2020 and $10,000 in 2021. Now in 2022 is 12000 bucks, so it looks like every year Tesla is increasing the price of their FSD by 2000 bucks, which is just the confidence they have in that if this SSD becomes the reality that seems like it will just be a money monster. It's like a bank for them. They're going to make a lot of money, so by increasing 2000 bucks annually until 2030, we get 28000 bucks as a one-time fee based on some studies by 2031. It seems they can reach 64, which is a proven fact. If that's going to happen, Tesla will be another cash machine for the man. It's just software. It's a big upsell, and they make much profit off it, so we'll leave it at 62 by 2030. Total revenue is the sales of the vehicle and FSD. Now each vehicle sold here that I have is at 50,000 bucks. It's a bit more than that because of supply and demand, but we want to keep things conservative and say 50,000 bucks is the average vehicle sold by 2030. That's still gonna be the case. The net income, or the total net income here, is the vehicle, and the FSD, the vehicles are put at 25, although the correct number is closer to 30%. 25 each vehicle sold will be profit shares pre-split. That's $1.5 billion. This amount will change when they announce the stock split in June, July, or October. But it's okay. The only thing I have here is that by 2030, they'll have 1.5 billion shares outstanding, which is very unlikely because there's no reason for them to dilute that many shares when they're making that much money. If anything, they should be doing buybacks or dividends. But Tesla has said they're not interested in dividends. 1.5 EPS follows standing shares and is pre-split. When the stock split comes, EPS will be changed and PE was kept as realistic as possible at 40. By 2030, I think Tesla will be trading at less than 40, most likely 50 plus. The average monthly expense in North America is over $5,000, $3,000 annually, and that is for a family of two, which makes sense because you're living with a spouse or significant other. But in this video, let's be selfish and say you want to retire the stock individually. That's a whole different story. The average monthly expense drops to a little over $3,000, let's say $3,200 for simplicity, or nearly $40,000 a year. This is okay now, given that $3,200 monthly expense and average inflation rate of 3% until 2030, we get 40/20. But let's say you don't want to live a minimum lifestyle, you want to have some fun. The SP 500 gives 8 to 10 annually, but we'll be conservative and say 7%, given that the yearly return of SPI is 7, and you want to remove 5,000 bucks, 850,000 by 2030. You need to sell Tesla shares for roughly 850,000. Putting that money into the SP 500 will last you up to 50 years, which is remarkable. One calculator predicts 48 years of the other 46. So now that we know the mid to late 40s is an excellent time frame to look at for 850,000. With an average return of 7%, we have our monthly expense budget and how much we need to live off of it. Now that you understand the graphic, you'll realize there were just two sectors: food and auto sales, no energy, Tesla insurance, robo-taxes, Tesla bot, or other things they do. It's only based on data we have because we need to know how much robot taxes will earn, how much the Tesla bot will make, or how much Tesla insurance is making them. Now at solar panels, we don't have that much data yet, but our data is solid and reliable, so anything you see here can be considered a minimum back to how many Tesla shares you need to retire. In the bear case, the stock price for Tesla, if they sell 20 million vehicles by 2030, is about 450. It's possible, but I can't fathom that amount with 55 million automobiles. No car company has ever gone that far. I'd like to know if Tesla can achieve it or not, but if we assume 30 million is much more reasonable than 55 million, so we get about 13,000 per share, with a market valuation of almost $20 trillion. Now the market cap is incredibly high due to the outstanding shares. If that drops, the market cap reduces as well, which I expect it will, but the stock prices are still pretty solid. So by 2030, we need 850,000. If you want to live on $5,000 per month for the next 50 years, the shares you need to reach $800,000 by 2030 are only 98. 98 shares for the bear case. That's only going to cost you a little over 98,000. You're investing 98,000. So in the next 8 years, that $98,000 turns into $850,000. So then you can put that and turn the SP 500, get a 7% return, maybe more likely. And that's it, you're retired. You need 98 shares. And 98 shares is insane. If you commit to not spending money you don't need, save it, and invest it, you don't have to worry about money again in 8 years. Let's examine the base case. All you need is 79 shares, not 78.6. You can't obtain 78.6 right now, but 79 shares will cost you roughly $79,000. That's more than 10x in the next 8 years if they sell 25 million automobiles, and 66 as if they sell 30 million 66 shares, investing 65,000 to 66,000 today might yield 850,000 by 2030. Say that you're already invested. Here's my suggestion for you. If the market crashes 50 again, don't log in maybe in the next year, 2 years, or 3 years, we don't know. But it will, since the US stock market is always resilient and always bounces back. Only FSD and automobiles are included. There's no Tesla insurance, as I said earlier, no RoboCap Tesla, and solar energy storage. We don't have the hard data yet to incorporate it. So it's just these two things for now. Tesla's car sold FSD. That's it. I'm leaning toward the bear case because I'm conservative and want to see the worst case scenario. If I rely too much on the best case scenario, I'll feel awful like I made a mistake. For the bear case, 100 shares are all you need. Hold it. Don't forget it. Don't worry. 8, 9, 10 years. And that's all. If you don't sell by 2030, that $800,000 will be worth a lot more 5 years later. Since Tesla isn't a one-decade thing, it's going to be around for a while. Tesla by 2050, Tesla is going to be around for a long time. They're part of the world's problem solvers, and Tesla is too valuable to go under or let anyone let it go under. And that concludes our breakdown of how many shares you'll need to be retired with Tesla stocks. If you're a Tesla fan and want more content, do like and subscribe to our channel. Music. We'll be covering Tesla more. Thank you for watching and see you in the following videos. Thank you.